Nigel McGuinness is the #1 contender for Bryan Danielson's world title, and Jon Moxley is still being weird in green pants and a V-neck. This is Wrestling with the Homies, and today we are talking Dynamite! What's the deal? Y'all know who I be. Still same OG. It's your boy Qwan, and if you don't say the Don, you ain't saying it right. And I got my boy with me, my BFF, the coolest man in the world, Jay Cooley.
The coolest.
And we cold as hell today, dog.
Yes, sir. I had to put the bubble jacket on, man. I had to put the bubble jacket on.
Dog, you got the bubble jacket on. I got the Arc'teryx windbreaker. We looking like we about to go hiking.
Bro, I don't even know how to pronounce that. That probably costs like $1,500, huh?
Hey,
no,
it's expensive. I'll put that. It's definitely expensive. Let's just say that.
This was like $250.
But what's going on, dog? Why is it cold all of a sudden in Los Angeles?
Because our weather is bipolar. Yes.
Hey,
Cali weather is bipolar, man. It makes no sense.
Bro, it's more than bipolar. We had an earthquake about 20 minutes before we came live on air.
Bro, it woke me up. I was like, whoa.
You were still asleep?
Yeah, I was still asleep. I had a long night.
Hey, that's shocking, bro.
You know?
You be up. Cooley one of them dudes who wake up at 4 a.m. to go do push-ups. He
had a long
kind of
night.
weird. What was you doing? What was you doing last night?
Work,
Okay,
get off work
okay,
late,
okay.
I had to come home, get some.
I thought he was fooling around.
Oh, nah, I don't do that, Had to get some Z's, make sure the pictures didn't, fall from the dang wall. I'm like, yo.
A bunch of stuff fell from my shelf in the back. I know y'all see all that little random weird stuff. I got a Chucky doll back there, a Pinocchio cause or whatever, bear brick joint. A lot of that stuff fell down. I was in the bathroom actually washing my face. The kills, know what I'm saying? Got to keep the skin looking right.
You feel me?
And you know how when an earthquake comes, you kind of feel the shaking a little bit at first. And the hair stand up on your arm and you're just like, is something going on? And then out of nowhere, everything just boom, shaking.
Boom. Yeah, man.
I ran out to the hallway. I was kind of scared. I'm not going to lie to you.
You say he ran into the hallway.
I be getting scared of these earthquakes, man. We've been feeling earthquakes all our lives, bro. Like we both born and raised. Well, you was born in Texas, but you lived out here your whole goddamn life. I've been out here my entire life, so we felt countless earthquakes, bro. This is what we do.
Facts.
But I never get used to it, bro. I can never get used to it. It's just weird. Why is the world shaking?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Shaking like some ass.
Maybe it's shaking because it's, not proud of Tony Khan's decisions that he's been making on his show. Maybe, I don't know.
So you're upset about Nigel McGuinness getting this title shot.
I'm upset about a lot of things, man. We're going to get into it after,
After the hashtag? After the
hashtag, man. Then we're going to get into it.
Before you even get into the hashtag, obviously I'm talking about Talk Some Raw, but before you even get into that, let me just tell you one thing, dog. I understand that you feel a way about Nigel McGuinness getting this title shot, but let me tell you something, dog. This means a lot to me.
Here we
go.
It
means so much to me that I got something to share with y'all today because a lot of people might not know this, but I have a little collection of DVDs, and that collection is a collection of Ring of Honor DVDs. And right now in my hand, what I have, Bryan Danielson versus Nigel McGuinness, Ring of Honor Unified from 2006. 2006.
I feel you. See, I'm not mad at the match. I'm just mad about how is it going. It's like, how do we get here? Like, I'm confused.
I mean, I feel you because it's like, how did this man even get this title match in the first? He didn't win a #1 contenders match. He didn't win a battle royal or nothing. He just showed up and said, "Oh, I'm getting a match," and it was like, all right.
Hey, so that just means they complement very well together, and it's going to be a banger.
It's gonna be a banger. He might retire Bryan Danielson. Why not?
Nah, I know who's retiring Bryan Danielson. I have a feeling.
Who?
The drunk.
That's probably gonna be it. That's messed up. Why we call that man a drunk? You know he was dealing with real alcohol problems.
I know, but
insane.
That shot Darby took at John was hilarious. He was like, "How many shots did you take?"
A lot.
Yeah.
like 21 Savage and J. Cole. A lot. Before we get into wrestling, before we nerd out, can we just shoot the shit a little bit? Because I want to talk about this LA bias, right? So our boy Sylvan, who he'll be joining us soon, not today, but eventually we'll get there. Y'all see, we got some things in store, so just stay tuned for that. But our boy Sylvan claims that LA people are very biased when it comes to anything LA. And right now, obviously, Kendrick Lamar has the Super Bowl. He just dropped a record yesterday where he was kind of sending sneak shots at Drake again. Looks like he's trying to start up round 2. I don't know. Sylvan is saying that when Drake was sending sneak shots, we kind of had an issue with it because it was sneak. But now that Kendrick is sending sneak shots, we okay with it because we from LA and we biased. Cooley, are we actually biased? Is there an LA bias?
Hey, honest, yeah, dog. Man. If it ain't West Coast, then I ain't messing with it. At the end of the day, if it ain't West Coast, it is what it is, baby. The East Coast do it. We see it with
everybody biased. We would be weird if we weren't biased, bro. Like
it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
It's like asking a Laker fan who the greatest basketball player of all time is. Of course they gonna say somebody that played for the Lakers. They probably gonna either say Magic Johnson or Kobe Bryant because they're Laker fans. They're born and raised in LA. They're gonna be biased. You're weird if you're not biased.
Who's your favorite rapper from Florida? If you're from Florida, they're gonna say Rick Ross. They're gonna say Rick Ross. It is what it is.
Or Plies. Remember?
I forgot
Plies. Busted Babies.
Florida. I be forgetting Plies is from Florida because he's so articulate and he's very like.
They're going to say Trick Daddy. Actually,
he doesn't give
Trick
me
Daddy
that
dollars. Shout out to Trick Daddy.
Oh yeah, Trick Daddy. Forgot about Trick Daddy, man.
And Plies wasn't always articulate. When Plies first started off, he was an ignorant ass rapper with the gold grill and making Busted Baby. But
that was his gimmick.
Turns out, yeah, it was definitely a gimmick because that man has like a PhD. He like a registered nurse and all types of shit. Homie was playing.
Oh man, you know how they do. He
but
was
look,
Paris Hilton.
Say he was Paris Hilton. Yo, I really believed for years that Paris Hilton was a dumb blonde. Whenever I saw her on TV, like, oh, do you love it? That's hot. I thought that was her for real.
Gimmicks.
It took me becoming an adult to realize she was playing a character. The world is pro wrestling. The world is a stage, bro. None of this is real. I sound like a conspiracy theorist now. I sound like you.
I sound like Vince.
I sound like Vince.
Time is an illusion and the world is flat.
All right, relax.
Follow me at J. Cooley, you know what I'm saying? We out here.
Y'all think he playing. Yeah, y'all think he playing, but Cooley dead ass. This is my Hotep conspiracy theory brother. But
do you know what year it is in Ethiopia?
Oh, here we go. Here
2017.
We go.
It's 2017.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't know, man. I don't think time exists. It's just everybody just live on their own, you know?
Yeah, honestly, time is really what you make of it, right? I don't even know what that means, but it sounded hot when I said it, and it sounded wise. So, hey.
Oh,
but
man.
just to circle back to the whole Drake and Kendrick thing, let me tell you something. The reason we had a problem with Drake when he started sending sneak disses at Kendrick again is because he lost the battle. You can't call out somebody for the hands and then get your ass whooped and then start sneak dissing them afterwards. Kendrick won. Kendrick smoked Drake. So if Kendrick want to send sneak shots at him right now, that's fine. He already got the W. It's a little different. You got to contextualize these things. You can't. Everything is just not black and white. Sometimes it's a million different moving parts, and this got moving parts to it. So yes, we're biased because we're from LA, but this situation ain't got nothing to do with an LA bias. It's just we see things for what they are. I'm sorry, Sylvan. I know you listening. I'm sorry. And when you want here next, you can come at me for it, but
say your piece, man.
It is what it is. I know you are a Nation of Drizlam worshiper, but hey, Kendrick got it. LA got it. What can I say?
Yes, sir. Not saying that Drake didn't put out heaters. He did. Family Matters is probably one of the best.
Bro, Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone can handle my grandma right now. That's the greatest line ever. Whenever I hear that, I just think of Will Ospreay now. Ospreay just wrestled a match. Someone gonna hand him a rating right now.
Yeah, Dave. That's Dave.
Talking
Dave
to you, Dave Meltzer.
He gotta use
right.
that, man.
I can't stand Dave Meltzer. Every time I see his ugly ass face, I'm just we're gonna edit that out. We're gonna edit that out. I'm sorry. Shout out to Dave Meltzer. Anyway, let's get into that weak ass episode of Dynamite. But first, can I hashtag talk some raw?
Do your thing. Do your thing.
So let's hashtag talk some raw. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. AEW Dynamite! Moxley opened the show and attempted to explain his actions. I just need homie to explain why he's wearing a V-neck t-shirt on purpose. He out there dressed like Bobby Valentino. Christian is up next in fam. His faction is the most random pairing of Caucasians I've ever seen in my entire life. We got a dinosaur, an H&M cashier, and an old white lady. Wrestling is truly hilarious. This is the most random pairing of people since Phil Collins and the Bone Thugs. Christian made fun of Bryan Danielson's CTE. Scapegoat and Leo Rush was up next, and them boys little as hell. With all due respect, it looked like G-Baby from Hardball was wrestling a match against Elijah Wood. Them boys shorter than Mobb Deep. Perry made quick work of Leo Rush. Hangman took out Jeff Jarrett backstage because that's the feud we all want to see. From Swerve Strickland to Jeff Jarrett. Tony Khan, man. Shane McMahon's Combat Club took out Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits. Wait a minute, that ain't the Street Profits. Shane McMahon's Combat Club took out the not Street Profits and claimed this company has gone to shit. Trust me, Pac, we all agree. Sammy Guevara is back. Yeah, he finally made it out of the Mercedes Moné purgatory. Remember when he was a pillar of AEW? That boy fell off quicker than Designer after Panda. Him and Ricochet did some flips. Yeah, Ricochet left WWE because he didn't want to be in the mid-card doing flips. So now he's in AEW, in the mid-card, doing flips. Nothing makes sense. The match was hot, though. Moxley is back for a third time, and between Moxley's V-neck and Darby Allin's pink fur coat and mesh tank top, I thought I was watching an episode of P-Valley. Moxley says he's going to teach Darby a lesson the hard way at Grand Slam. Again, am I watching P-Valley? Next up was Chris Jericho and the Learning Tree versus 3 versions of Otis. And it's really unfortunate because Brian Keith, super dope. Big Bill, a stud. And then you got Chris Jericho looking like Jeff Daniels in an orange jacket and a backpack. Orange Cassidy dumped chains on Chris Jericho's car, and if it wasn't for this podcast, I would have probably changed the channel by now. Nigel's returning to the ring, and Ospreay and Bowl Cut Fletcher won a pretty fun tag team main event to close out a pretty forgettable show. 3 packs for Tony Khan this week. Wrestling is over 2, Cooley. It's over 2. Raw was mid, Dynamite was mid. Hopefully SmackDown can save this week, but so far, not so good.
I'm not a wrestling fan no more, man. It's mid. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Peace. You're not lying,
this
man.
Said I'm not a wrestling fan anymore.
Hey, you're not lying, man. 0 for 2 this week. How short are Mobb Deep, bro?
Bro, hey, Prodigy is about 5'6", and Havoc was, I think, he's like 5'5", 5'6",
That's
too.
crazy.
Bro, them dudes are little.
Oh, Pac
they
was
little
bullying
as
for sure.
hell.
Oh, that's crazy. But yeah, have to agree with you, man. This show was very mid. It's just a lot of things that it just didn't make sense. And Ricochet, he did his thing with Sammy. But you can't go wrong with 2 high flyers and flippers. Right. So it is what it is. I don't know if you mentioned, but Queen Amita.
Queen Amanita. I cannot say her name for shit, bro. I cannot say her name. Queen Amanita or something like that.
Something like that. I like what she did there with Mariah May. I can see a future feud with them two going.
You just saying that because she was an African American queen.
Hey man, we don't really see her on TV. I see she was at ROH. So,
for a reason. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
He said for a reason.
For
so
a
was
reason.
Jay though. So hey, it is what it is.
Right.
But,
I wanted to include them in my Talks in Raw, but it was kind of a long Talks in Raw because it was a lot happening. And I had to leave somebody out. So
a lot of nothing. First of all, Tony, I got a bone to pick, man. You mean to tell me Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay has never had a single tag match ever, and they win their first tag match for the title shot against the Young Bucks? All right, okay. I mean, it would have been cool if a real tag team won. The Outrunners was doing their thing, but I guess
hey. GYV, Grizzly Young Vets, they just debuted. Give them a win.
Something. A real tag team, bro. Like, what is going on? What else? Oh, Darby Allin, bro. He has the mic skills of Jesse from Breaking Bad. Like, it's so awkward. It's weird. Every time I hear Darby Allin talk, I just think of Jesse, bro. And it's just not good, man. It's not good. Great guy, though. Great guy.
Cool dude.
Another bone to pick. Jon Moxley. How did Darby Allin lose his world title shot? Because Jon Moxley said that Bryan Danielson cannot compete because they whooped him last episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. But he
Mm-hmm.
has a match with Kyle McGinnis. So where does that make sense, Tony?
Wait,
Does it make sense?
Did you just call my man Kyle?
Oh, my bad. Nigel McGinnis.
You thinking of what's
Kyle
my
Fletcher.
boy?
I just said Kyle Fletcher.
Don't
Bryan
ever
Danielson.
disrespect Nigel like that. You see this? Don't ever disrespect.
That man looked like Scotty from You Got Served. It's all good. I think that was his name.
I used to think he looked like Jason Statham until Claudio Castagnoli came along, and I'm just like, wait a minute, that's the real Jason Statham.
The real Jason,
not Nigel.
But
okay, so here's the thing.
I'm confused, man.
Here's the thing. Man. For one, Darby Allin, he got the aura, bro. Darby Allin is that guy. He's wearing pink chinchillas and mesh tank tops, and he does the dangerous stuff. That's his whole shtick, right? Keep a microphone out that man's like hands, dog. Darby Allin don't never need to cut a promo ever. He's good. He's good. He's already over. We already love him for what he does. He don't need to talk too. Everybody can't talk. Y'all saw me cut a promo a week ago. I was terrible. I'm never cutting a promo again.
Hey man, the next promo I'm cutting, I'm just gonna say, "Don't you worry." Don't you worry.
Hey, we'll run it back next week. Don't you worry.
Don't you worry.
Hey, Ricochet, man. Another one. Keep a microphone out of his hands. But someone who can handle a microphone, pause, Lio Rush. Yo, Lio Rush is the biggest missed opportunity in AEW right now because Lio Rush is doing this character on the indies called Blackheart, and it's one of the illest supernatural characters I have ever seen in my life. He's killing it.
It's like
he lives and breathes that gimmick.
Yeah.
But when we watch Lio Rush in AEW, he's just a dude, just a regular dude with some pants. It's like, why did we? Well, yo, I know I was telling AEW to dumb it down, but not like that. Don't take everything that makes this guy cool and turn him into a regular guy. We got enough regular guys in AEW. Ricochet is a regular guy. Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay are regular guys. Let somebody have a gimmick, man. Lio Rush is doing the illest gimmick work on the indies, but in AEW, he's just a regular black dude with an afro. What are we doing? Tony Khan, what are we doing?
Do you think Tony is pretty much apprehensive to steer in that direction as far as supernatural gimmicks? Because it's pretty much a WWE thing. You know, TNA got their guy, PCO. Do you think Tony don't want to just deal with that type of vibe and he just want to probably keep it boring, per se?
So my thing is, a supernatural character like Lio Rush's, the ones he's doing in the indie, is probably hard to book because you can't really have a guy with a supernatural character start taking losses. Because once they start losing, the whole aura is kind of gone. It's like if in WWE, if the Wyatt Six started losing matches, it's kind of hard to take them serious after that because they're losing. So it's probably easier to have Lio Rush be a regular dude right now so he can lose matches when he needs to. And maybe down the line, turn him into the Blackheart character. But either way, that Blackheart character needs to be on TV because if that's on TV, we are all watching. That's one of the best gimmicks in wrestling.
For sure. I remember you had mentioned it some months ago, and I tuned in. I'm like, yo, Lio. Right. Bro, we got need
a dope little highlight reel of it on our Instagram and our TikTok. So go check that out if you haven't.
Fire.
It's super dope. Super dope.
Shout out to Lio, man.
I'm reading our messages from E Almighty, the producer. Y'all know him. My man said, "Did you just call Darby a meth head?" Hey, I'm not saying he won, but he kind of looked like one. Know what I'm saying?
He moved like one. Bro is jumping off.
He rides a skateboard to the ring.
Yeah.
That's so damn corny, dog. I'm going to ride a skateboard to the ring.
Bro, like Chad Muska for real. He Chad Muska for real, for real.
Right. How groundbreaking and edgy a skateboard. I got a skateboard in the back while I'm talking shit. Like, what am I doing?
Man, I don't know what happened to my skateboard. Man, it's long gone.
I got a bunch just hanging on my wall. For the people that don't know, I used to skate, and I was actually very good until I chipped my front tooth. The tooth you see right here, that joint, that beautiful white joint, is fake. Just like wrestling, it's fake.
He pulled a Nas and Fab, man.
I sure did. Hey, Fab used to be my favorite rapper just because he had the chipped tooth, and it reminded me of myself. He was wearing jerseys and the paper towel as the do-rag. Remember that era when people were wearing the paper towel around the head?
So who wore it first, him or Jada?
Jadakiss definitely wore it.
Right.
Jadakiss had it on the album cover, bro.
Yeah.
I think it was Kiss the Game Goodbye. He was wearing a Kleenex as a do-rag.
Knock yourself out. No, man. Jadakiss, man.
Hey.
I just like Jadakiss.
Used to? Jadakiss is still that guy.
I don't really
talking about?
haven't really heard anything new from Jada like that, you know? I just saw the verses. The verses was dope, but like as far as like, you know, old school Jada, loved him.
Whenever I think of that verses, I just see Jadakiss saying, it's good, but it ain't enough. And that describes this Jon Moxley storyline to a T. We all thought this storyline would end with Shane McMahon, but every time I watch a new episode of Dynamite, it's becoming more and more evident that Shane McMahon ain't got nothing to do with any of this. If the payoff was really just Jon Moxley and the BCC turning heel, was that a satisfying ending?
Tell me. I need violence. I need violence. I need Shane to pull up. I really need Shane to pull up, man. I want AEW to cause ruckus. Like I want it to be like all over my timeline, like this god dang Kendrick and Lil Wayne. I need it.
Facts.
Like I need it, bro.
Facts.
Like I need it.
It is crazy because I did not want Shane McMahon involved with anything for a long time, but y'all made me see the light. It would be chaotic just having a McMahon on a Tony Khan product. So I really want Shane McMahon to be a part of this so bad. I really do. But I understand that might be asking for a lot. It might be a little unrealistic, but hey, I want to see Shane McMahon. If the BCC turning heel was just the payoff, it's cool. Ooh. It's good. But like Jadakiss said, it ain't enough. And then finally, we have to touch on it. We brought it up in the beginning of the podcast, but I'm circling back to it. Nigel McGuinness, my boy. Y'all see it. My boy, Nigel McGuinness, is coming out of retirement and getting a final match against Bryan Danielson for that world title. Should Nigel McGuinness be the one to end Bryan Danielson's career? Cooley, talk to me.
Okay, so I get it, you know.
They got history. They got long history.
They got history. But the thing is, like we talked about on prior episodes, AEW does this thing where they don't never, you know, circle back and let the fans know about history. And
that's right, bro.
99% of the AEW watchers have no idea about probably, you know, that DVD you have and the history about Bryan Danielson.
Nobody has seen this shit. I'm probably the only black person in the world with this DVD, dog. Like, so I really got ROH Unified from 06.
So, no, Nigel should not be the one on the throne because its viewers don't care. Like, we got to keep it a beanstalk.
See, and that's the thing. And I always say it. AEW got to stop booking for sickos like me. I'm sick. I'm a sick man. I was watching ROH in 2006, so I know about the history of Bryan Danielson and Nigel McGuinness. I remember when Nigel McGuinness had the Pure title and Bryan Danielson had the Ring of Honor World title, and they were just at war with each other. I remember all those matches. They had a couple, and they were all bangers. But everybody, not me, bro. The rest of the world was not watching Ring of Honor in 2006. You know what they was doing in 2006? They was leaning and rocking with it. They was shaking that Laffy Taffy. That's what they was doing in 2006. What was Cooley was jerking?
Nah.
Cooley, hey,
I was
bad
crumping.
chick alert. Bad chick alert. Remember that?
I was crumping at 06 with the homie Yellow
with
Hill.
tight eyes, know what I'm saying?
Fun fact.
Like, yo, the crump movie was crazy. Like
that's a fun fact, bro. Me and my boy Yellow Hill was crumping in Glendale.
Yo,
06,
shout out to Yellow.
That's a fact, bro. That's my boy.
I read it to him at the Century City Mall not too long ago, and he just looked at me, and I was just like, "Hey, you Cooley mans." And he was like, "Oh, it's good."
That's my boy, man.
He always been.
Yellow,
whenever
man.
I see him, he's still cool.
Facts.
I like that. I like when I see people that getting a little success outside in Hollywood, but they still cool. Yep. We need more of that because a lot of people, once they start getting them checks in Hollywood, it's like, hey,
I know a lot of y'all.
Nobody, bro. Too many.
Shout out to Mustard. He the only one. He the only one that still keep it real with me to this day. Every time you see me, it's all love. But everybody else, I know you. I know you.
Hey, it is what it is. But yeah, man, I think Nigel McGuinness, like, stop booking for me. Tony Khan, stop booking for me. Most of the world does not. Most of the world was not paying attention to that. They don't know unless there's always an unless you're gonna give us video packages. unless you're gonna over explain it on commentary. Unless you're gonna show us highlights of their old matches and explain to us the gravity of this match. Unless you're gonna do all that, don't do it. Don't do it because people gonna tune out. Most of the viewers don't know who Nigel McGuinness is outside of an announcer. They don't know who Nigel McGuinness is. So, hey, I'm just saying, Tony, don't do it. And WWE is, I see them trying to do the same thing a little bit because Wade Barrett and Drew McIntyre was kind of getting. But we saw Drew McIntyre and Wade Barrett back in the day. We remember when Wade Barrett was Bad News Barrett and he was coming out saying he got bad news for everybody. We remember that.
It was fire.
That was accessible.
It was fire too.
Bryan Danielson and Nigel McGuinness is not accessible. Yeah, Vince
hater
that on purpose. He just didn't like Wade Barrett. I get it. Wade Barrett was kind of old. He got into the game kind of. I feel like when Wade Barrett got to WWE, he was already like 36 or something.
Yeah. Oh, he lucky. LA Knight wasn't the same age he was back then. Vince was like, nah.
LA Knight. I see that hairline. LA Knight. Hey, you better hit MJF up and see where he went because I see it. I see it.
He said, I see it.
But I want to hear from the people at the crib. How did y'all feel about AEW Dynamite? Was it 3 packs of mid, or are we being too hard on AEW? Either way, I am burned out from wrestling, but we got a lot more to go. So I'm going to have to suck it up, drink some Red Bull, some tea. If Cooley got a better alternative, a more earthy Hotep alternative, let me know. I'm going to have to lock in because we got a lot of wrestling coming up, man. We got TNA Friday. Do we got a pay-per-view this weekend? No,
we got Victory Road on Friday. Yeah, on Friday.
We got, bro, it never ends.
Yeah, Victory Road.
It never ends. What was the Future song? You know, it never ends. That was
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm clueless with Future.
You don't listen to Future?
Nah, I just know March Madness and Honest.
That's it.
And then he got the song with Tim's.
Yeah, that was fire. That was fire.
But yeah, I wasn't really a Future fan like that back in the day. Like it just didn't hit. It was just
Cooley. Let me ask you something, bro. do you realize that you are not 47 years old? You know that, right?
Yeah.
Like you in your 30s still. You know that. Like you're in like your mid or early 30s. You in your early 30s, bro. You realize that, right?
Yeah, man.
It's okay to like new things still, though.
I know it's okay, but I passed English 1 in college, and it's just sometimes people just don't be saying great stuff. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro?
Yo, I wrote this girl's whole paper in English 1 in college. Man, I was man.
English 1 was fun, bro.
This was Qwan before the Globe, before the shorties wanted me, before all the girlies started telling me I look like Pac and all that. You know what I'm saying? I was the type of dude who would write a girl's English paper. Yeah, Janae, I hope you out there. I hope you out there.
Said the name.
Yo.
I wrote her whole English paper. I wrote it. I wrote that thing.
Man.
What did she get?
I don't know. She passed, though.
All right.
Oh, she passed.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
She passed.
See,
and I passed, too, so it's all good.
English
It worked.
was fun.
It worked the way I needed it to work, so it's all good.
I mean, you went full simp on it, but hey, man, you got to do what you got to do. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yo, I wasn't always cool, man. At one point in my life, you know what I'm saying, I had to take L's. I had to write a girl's English paper. You feel me?
Hey, man, we was all cool. We just had to find it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was about to say. So you cool now? Is that what you're saying?
Nah, we
of
been
course,
cool.
bro. Look at me, dog. Look, I'm wearing an Arc'teryx jacket and a beanie, head to toe. You know how much money?
I think Qwan forgot when we were in college. We were that crew that everybody wanted to hang with, to kick it with on the strip. So
and we were menaces too. We were menaces. I'm fronting for the podcast like I wasn't cool and I was writing it. Like, bro, I always had it, dog. Me and Cooley have known each other for at least 13, 14 years now. We've been through a lot.
Now we doing this. Now it's the Qwan and Cooley was the dude since forever.
Hey, it just is because some dudes they ain't never been them dudes, and you can see it. You can see it when you see all these NBA players being goofballs. Because I got shorties. We got shorties in common. I got homegirls who they be showing me them DMs, man.
Hey,
I be seeing these NBA dudes being goofies in the DMs.
If you knew Qwan in high school, please let us know what happened in the comments.
I be seeing you being goofy in people DMs.
Please let me, please.
Yeah,
don't do it. Don't do it. They're gonna expose me. They're gonna expose me.
There's people that still follow me that know me in high school. So hey, hit the comments, man.
I deaded all that.
I was a camera guy in high school. I've always had the camera in high school, man, just recording. So it's still on YouTube too.
That's what's up. That's what's up. But yeah, let us know how y'all felt about that episode of Dynamite. Now, E Almighty, the Almighty One, Big E, Ernesto, Eddie Guerrero. What kind of game you got for us today, bro?
Today we are playing Championship Clash. So, in lieu of AEW and their belts that don't matter, I thought about the idea of let's talk about which belts do we actually care about, right? So in this game, we will be comparing championship belts, everything under the championship, the highest one, obviously, because that's easy. But so, for example, number one, or I'll go to a lesser one for example, trios. Would you rather have an AEW Trio Championship, WCW Six-Man Championship from back in the day, or a WCW 24/7 Championship? I mean, WWE 24/7 Championship. Which belt?
I'm not going to lie to you. Give me that 24/7 title so I can be like R-Truth and run around and just get pinned or pin people. That Trios title is in the dirt. That Trios title don't mean shit to me. I hate Trio titles. Why is there a 3-man tag team title? I don't like it. I don't want it. Get it out of here. Give me the 24/7 I-95 7-Eleven tag, whatever R-Truth was calling it. Give me that.
Agree with Qwan, man. I don't want to be with two other guys, man. That's too much, man. I want my own shine. Pause. I want my own shine. Give me that 24/7, and I'm gonna make it do what it do at the end of the day.
Hey, I love how Cooley said, I don't want to be with two other guys. Meanwhile, we got a podcast with two other guys.
In a faction,
just one.
That's a good point.
It's just one other guy right now. But Sylvan, he in the stratosphere somewhere floating around. We'll see what happens with that.
Okay, so we get the game. All right.
Yes, sir.
Category number one, mid-card titles. AEW TNT Championship, WCW United States Championship, WWE Intercontinental Championship.
Give me that WWE Intercontinental. Yeah, give me that IC. Give me that IC, man.
Y'all just want to wrestle in WWE, man.
Nah, it just hold weight, man. The first person I think about with the IC title is at AEW, which is Chris Jericho.
Right.
He had a great run, and a lot of other champions that had that title. But yeah, it's one of my favorite belts personally too.
They're doing it. They did this thing for 2 years or whatever.
Yeah.
But because you took the Intercontinental title, I'm gonna just go ahead and be divisive and take the WCW United States title. And the reason for that is because I remember a feud built around that United States title in WCW, and that feud was Booker T and Chris Benoit. And that feud was incredible. They had a best of 7 series. It was probably the best series of 7 matches that I've ever seen. Now, hopefully, Carmelo Hayes and Andrade can top that, but until then, hey, give me that United States Championship. But the WCW version, not that watered down Cody Rhodes as WWE one. I want that WCW one. WCW.
All right. Specialty title. WWE Hardcore Championship, which is 24/7, WCW Cruiserweight Championship, FTW Championship, AEW.
Cruiserweight.
Yeah, facts.
Give you that cruiserweight. First person I think of. Come on, man.
Eddie Guerrero,
man. That title holds.
Chavo Guerrero.
Great matches has been built around that title, and I'll take it. I don't want the hardcore. Very short-lived. And it. FTW. What did you say? FTW, AEW.
Yeah, the world title.
Yeah,
I feel like you gotta be Mexican to win that cruiserweight title though. You ain't Mexican.
I can be the first black to win it. You know what I'm saying?
What would be your Mexican cruiserweight name?
Mexican cruiserweight.
El Blanco, El Negro.
Cooley
El Negro. That'd be a fire match. Cooley El Negro versus Jushin Thunder Liger. Let's get it.
El Negro cool.
I feel you on the cruiserweight title. That was one of my favorite titles growing up, just because it was high flying and I was a kid, so I like the high flying stuff. But If E would have said the ECW version of the FTW title,
I thought about that. I thought about putting EC, but I was like, that's an easy win.
yeah,
I didn't want to put
that's
that.
the one because that's the one that Taz had, and this is when Taz was still a light-skinned black man before he embraced his whiteness and became Italian or whatever the hell he is. This was when Taz was light-skinned.
Yeah, he John B for real.
Right. He racial Dolezal. I really grew up thinking Taz was black. That's crazy. That man he does not have a black bone in his body. Yeah, man. What else we got? What other titles we got?
My bad. I let that one go too far. All right. last one. WCW TV Championship, WWE European Championship, AEW International Championship.
You got it, Qwan.
Damn, why you gonna put that on me? That's tough. Because I want to choose the European. I feel you. I want to choose the European title so bad, just because my boy D'Lo Brown is the greatest European champion of all time. But we haven't picked anything in AEW yet, and I'm afraid that I'm gonna get accused of hating AEW this episode because people love to do that whenever you criticize AEW.
Their belts don't count. That's the whole point of this game. Why would you pick an AEW belt when they belts don't count? Well, they can't be mad at that. Like they can't. AEW fans can't be mad that the belts don't matter. It doesn't mean we're not watching AEW. The belts don't matter, man.
It's just too many of them goddamn things. It's too many. We got a TBS and a TNT title. Imagine if WWE had a USA title and a Fox 11 title. Like what, a Tubi title? What's next, bro? A Netflix title? A Netflix? Bro, we about to have a Hulu championship. Like, what do we do? Yeah. Hey, WWE does have a Twitter championship, though. That speed joint. I don't know about that. But it's too many damn titles in AEW. TNT, TBS, International, Trios, World Heavyweight Championship. What else we got? The Ring of Honor World title, the Pure title, the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles. It's probably a Ring of Honor Trios title. And then we got dudes showing up with AAA championships in AEW. We got dudes showing up with New Japan Strong, Open the Dragon Gate titles.
Too much.
Too many damn titles. An Arc'teryx title. An FTW title.
So which title are you picking, Qwan?
None of them things. Now I'm taking the European title. F that.
The WWE one?
Yes, bro.
Over
the Mark Henry joint.
It's a WWE one. It's a WCW
TV, WCW TV, and then AEW International.
Oh yeah, I don't care about no titles at AEW. I will be the one to say it. It just don't hold enough weight to the classics. So I'll just go with the WCW TV, baby. A lot of legends.
Who really held that joint? Like I don't remember it. School.
Yeah, it would be older. Like for me, it's like Nikita Koloff and Barry Windham.
Steamboat.
Yeah, Ricky Steamboat. Like they were clapped, but that was
Booker T.
I was little when that was happening, I can't even imagine.
Booker T had it. Stone Cold had it.
Yeah, he
had it.
Steve Austin, Austin.
Chris Benoit had it.
Okay. It's some legends.
It's some.
Because when I think of that TV title, the only people I remember is like Alex Wright and Prince Iakea. What's my man Norman Smiley who used to do the Big Wiggle? Like that's who I remember. So hey, but you got it. All right.
That's all I had.
That's all you got. That's all you got.
Guerrero. My bad. I was looking up the best TV champions.
I think Arn Anderson had it.
Hey, Arn Anderson, the best spine buster I've ever seen. The best. But you know who got a slept on spine buster? My boy from the OC, Luke Gallo. Anderson. Carl Machine Gun Anderson. Crazy spine buster. Anyway, let's get into some fan chatter. I got a couple comments. So, this comment comes from our boy, Jasmine Madison. Shout out to you, Jasmine Madison. Salute. I see you going back in all of our episodes and just leaving. Hey, that man watching the Hall of... You don't get tired of hearing me talk, dog? I'm just playing. Our boy Jasmine Madison said, question, if women's sports, i.e. basketball, WWE, etc., was popular as men's, or was as popular as men's, and they were making as much money as the men, are you letting yourself get flued out if the opportunity presents itself?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
listen, Jasmine Madison, dog. I don't care if them skeezers are getting paid $1 billion or if they making 2 cents. They can fly me out anytime they want. they don't even have to be the bad ones. If Kelsey Plum dive in my DMs and said, "Hey, you ever been to Vegas?" You know what I'm doing? I'm going my black ass to that Greyhound and going to Vegas.
Why they have to be skeezers though? Like,
yeah, Qwan pretty harsh, man.
I'm potting, man. I'm potting. This is riveting. It's riveting. I love all these beautiful women in the WNBA. They are all great players. They're beautiful women, and I would absolutely let them have the opportunity to fly me in. But I got a pod, okay? So they skeezers. They skeezers.
We gonna get flued out, and we gonna reenact a love and basketball scene. Get it?
Hey, y'all wild, man.
Hey, is there any hoopers in the WNBA that you can beat?
That I can beat?
That you not beat like that. Not whoa.
No, like they beat in basketball.
Yes. Let me reiterate. Yeah.
All of them.
Basketball.
You think
whoa!
You think all right.
Yeah, except for Brittany Griner. She gonna dunk
y'all are trolls. I forgot y'all trolls.
All right, so look, but Cooley is actually a hooper though. Cooley can ball.
Yeah, bro, man, lefty
so
gang,
you gonna
man.
make me start yelling again.
Lefty gang.
You gonna make me start yelling again. I'm not about to do this with you.
Come on, man. I'm shooting lights out. I'm shooting lights out.
I'm not a hooper. I can do it. I can run the court. I can get some rebounds because I'm athletic. I'm dark skinned, so we just born with that athleticism. But I'm not a hooper.
Wait,
they killing me.
Let me keep it a quick beanstalk.
You'll get ran out the gym, bro.
If you 6'3", like Angel Reese, she's 6'3". I might have a little, little issues here and there, but other than that, man, they getting crossed over. I'm shooting threes. I'm shooting from the logo.
Hey, Cooley is dead serious. He really thinks he can beat these women, bro. They will ball your ass up.
Not Brittany Griner though. Brittany gonna dunk on me, bro.
Bro, Caitlyn will cross the dreads off your head, dog.
Nah,
your dreads be on the ground. She'll step over them joints like Iverson did Tyronn Lue. What are we talking about?
I'll pull a and one on Caitlyn. She messing around.
You know what?
Ball on her head.
You're saying this, and now that Cooley is saying it, I'm thinking. There are probably a bunch of guys, like regular dudes who at 24-hour fitness who think they can beat a person who practices basketball every day.
Every day.
Yep.
You think you can beat I don't care if I don't care what type of person it is. If they practice every day and you don't, you're not going to win.
At all.
Practice? We talking about practice?
Not the game. Not the game.
Practice.
That's fair.
Practice.
You're a lights on type of guy. I get it. You Showtime. You know
shout out to my goat, man. That's my goat right there.
All right. You know what the funniest part is about that Iverson rant?
Yeah.
The funniest part is when the reporter is like, "But you're gonna make your teammates better," and he goes, "Man, how the hell am I gonna make my teammates better by practicing?"
Exactly, and that's why he doesn't have a championship.
Shout out to Iverson. And shout out to the WNBA and all the beautiful women hoopers over there who doing their thing.
Yes.
This is just a podcast, and we definitely just podding and trolling to entertain the people. But we do respect the grind. We respect what y'all doing. And you guys are beautiful. Y'all doing y'all thing, man. I'm so happy the WNBA is back on the map in a big way. So shout out to them.
I miss you, Maya Moore.
Fine as hell.
I miss you, Maya Moore.
And what's the tall shorty? It's a tall one that's bad.
All right.
Whoa.
Let's get on.
Like
let's
like
get
she
on.
got the OnlyFans and everything.
Time to go and get up out of here, man.
Yeah.
Good times.
If y'all had a good time, do me a favor. Before we get out of here, I need y'all to like this video, subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you're on Spotify, if you're on Apple, if you're on Hulu, TikTok. I said Hulu. We ain't got no damn Hulu. We probably got it. It's coming. It's coming. Wrestling with the Homies Hulu. But anywhere we are, man, I need y'all to do me a favor. Interact with us. Give us a like, comment, something. And until next time, this is Wrestling with the Homies. We out of here.